The way you spend your money needs to align with who you want to become. You do not need to go through a drive-through every time you're emotional, every time you're going to get your nails done or your hair done. You don't need to go to your appointments with some water. Because other times you guys are overspending on your breakfast, lunch, dinner, coffees, sweets, danishes, all of this crap. And then you're just watching your money go down the drain. You're supposed to be spending so you like what you look like, you feel like in your body, how your body looks, especially if you have fitness goals or health goals to look a certain way. Hi babes, we are driving through Nice, currently waiting on pizza at this restaurant, but I'm gonna go make my day 7 video while they are making our pizza. Just getting my videos done no matter what, no matter where, and the sun is out. Love making videos when the sun is out. So I'm definitely going to take advantage to quickly record my day 7. It's always unpredictable with the weather, especially coming to Europe. I did not travel with my lights. So anytime I have the opportunity to film with natural lighting, I take it. Also, guys, I have my tripod with me. I know a lot of people are always asking me, like, what are you using? I'm using my iPhone, and this is my tripod. So I'm literally just walking with it in hands. My man is babysitting my purse, and we're going to quickly record. Let me show you the beautiful views of Nice. Okay, let's go do this. I'm going to set up the tripod somewhere where the lighting is good. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to day 7 of our 30-day Dream Woman Challenge. Today's topic is all about finance, about putting more money back into your pocket, especially on our journey of reinventing ourselves. In this day and age, it's so easy to be distracted and tempted with so much that's put in front of us. Example, you're always on TikTok or Instagram. You see something that somebody else has and instantly you want it. You're impulsively buying, shopping, spending, or you're always going through drive-throughs. And sometimes you aren't actually aware of how much you spend because you don't have a budget. You're not really tracking your spending, or you're an emotional spender. Honestly, I feel like we need to have a little bit more self-control and discipline and not always make the excuse of this is the way that I am. I can't change it. I need to have everything. And that's something that you need to be careful with, especially if you want to have money in your bank account. When it comes down to reinventing yourself, if you don't get your mind aligned with your goals, especially financially, you have bigger goals, bigger dreams, desires, you are always going to be living paycheck to paycheck or feeling like you're in lack of. Tip number 1 is going to be reward yourself with purpose. Reward yourself with purpose, because oftentimes you guys are so quick to reward yourself and you haven't done anything for yourself. That elevates you, evolves you, adds to you. Investing in yourself. You haven't done anything yet. You want to be so quick to swipe your debit card, to swipe your visas. And honestly, this is just a sign that you have no self-control. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to grab a jar, and based on crushing your goals and ticking them off, I want you to add to that jar. So instead of going through drive-throughs or constantly ordering fast food or drinks, I want you to start using that money. So if you didn't go and order a bunch of food today or a drink through the drive-through, use that same money to add to an account, whether it's online or in this jar. And then maybe at the end of the month, that is when you treat yourself to a shopping haul. This is when you buy something, or you go out and you take yourself out, or you book a solo trip, or you just invest into something that you've always wanted to do. And now you've set aside with your good habits and giving back to your goals. You've already set aside that money to spend on yourself. It's so important that you have micro habits of saving your money. If you keep touching your credit cards, your debit cards, your cash, and you just keep seeing everything, right? Because we're so distracted in this world, we see everything, we want everything. You are going to be so tempted all the time to continue to spend, continue to take from yourself. And then when you look at your financial statements, you look at your bank account, you're going to be so sad that you have no money. If you keep going through these drive-throughs and ordering all this takeout because first you didn't meal prep, you didn't have a budget of your spending. Look, I spend like $200 a month when it comes to groceries just for myself. Anytime I go out, I have a budget of $200 for the month that I would use to go to restaurants for the month. A lot of you guys can spend $200 in a day. Okay, you can spend $200 in a day. You need to see what works for your financial budget and set goals and stick to them from there. Tip number 2, ladies, is going to be romanticize cooking at home. A lot of you guys aren't aware of how much you spend daily, weekly on takeout, or even dining out, or just a lot of drinks, because the drinks actually add up. Runs to your favorite cafe daily. Again, like number 1, you need to have financial goals and not be rewarding yourself so often, maybe twice a week, but not every day, especially if you want to live a certain life, right? Cooking your food from home and romanticizing what you eat is not only going to help your pockets grow because you're now adding to your bank account rather than continually taking away from your bank account, but you are also going to see the benefits and rewards in your body. You're going to be looking good. You're going to be looking healthy, feeling good, no longer groggy, tired, having breakouts. You're going to feel like you're that girl because not only do you have money in the bank account, but you know how to cook your foods, you know what foods to eat, or you're sticking to a macro plan that is reflective of your goal, of your fitness goals. And if you constantly keep ordering out, going through all these drive-throughs, going out all the time with no boundaries, no discipline, you're just going to see that you're unhappy with your body. You're always second guessing yourself against another woman. You have tons of breakouts. You're just not going to like what you see, nor are you going to like the fact that you just keep seeing your dollars get lower and lower. So what do we want to do? We want to romanticize cooking our food from home, trying out new recipes every now and then. Go on Pinterest. You have so many tools and resources. Even if you don't like cooking, you know what you can do? Like when I don't feel like cooking, I just order from a meal prep service. Make sure to add that into my budget. So I have that option for when I don't feel like cooking, because if I don't cook it, it tastes way better and I'm eating something healthier that I didn't have to make. And it was within my budgets. I love my meal prep company in Calgary. Honestly, amazing food. And you got to look online or use Instagram if you have to see what meal prep services you have in your city. If you don't like cooking or you don't have time, I would say utilize a meal prep service and add that into your budget, because a lot of the times you guys are overspending on your breakfast, lunch, dinner, coffees, sweets, danishes, all of this crap. And then you're just watching your money go down the drain. Okay. You're supposed to be spending so you like what you look like, what you feel like in your body, how your body looks, especially if you have fitness goals or health goals to look a certain way. The way you spend your money needs to align with who you want to become. And another thing, when you want to do all these date nights or just any events with your friends, have you ever considered just doing a night in with your girlfriends or your man, where you guys either try out a new recipe, or maybe you're the one that's chefing it up, trying out a new recipe? Yes, I know anytime we are doing something new, it takes patience. I am impatient in the kitchen, but I know in order for my cooking to get better, for me to enjoy what I'm eating, I have to be patient. And it's all worth it in the end when everything comes out. You got to nourish the people that you love with health, with love, with care. And they're not going home bloated. They're going home so proud of you for your new lifestyle change that fits the dream woman that you want to become. You cannot just eat healthy 1 to 2 days and think that you're going to see your dream body come to life. A lot of you guys are like, oh, how do I lose weight in a week? But on an actual routine, you actually need to enjoy what you're eating. And that is going to take you taking the time to try out new recipes, to go to the grocery store, to meal prep some of your food, to have a routine around the version of you that you're looking to become. Tip number 3, ladies, you want to cut back on the daily coffee runs or how often you spend your money on a lot of things that you can do at home. One of my first jobs was at Starbucks when I was like 15 years old. So I already know the cost of what each drink and all the calories that are in each drink looks like. I would probably treat myself now with one specialty coffee outside of my house per week or per month. It's not a routine for me. Some of you guys have just gotten into a habit where you need to grab a drink every time you're outside. Especially, I see a lot of influencers that are romanticizing their life and they always have to be going through a drive-through. I'm sorry, but I'm not the creator that's going to support this because those are the same creators that aren't even happy with their body, with their skin, with anything, okay? I'm sorry. They're always complaining about something and it's always about their physique. It's always about how their body looks. And I'm going to tell you right now, you do not need to go through a drive-through every time you're emotional, every time you're going to get your nails done or your hair done. You don't need to go to your appointments with some water because when was the last time you drank water? If I'm coming for you, again, I'm unapologetic with that one. When was the last time you guys drank water? You're going through all these drive-thrus only asking for sugar, sugary beverages with extra whipped cream and extra drizzle. Honey, just make your stuff from home. Go and get your non-dairy creamers. Go and get your sugar-free items. Go and get what you need to make your drinks feel like you're romanticizing your coffee. Just like when you're paying and your money is going down the drain and you look at your bank statement and still you are broke. Still, your money is going down and you can't afford a personal trainer and you can't afford to get on a flight. Well, what do you expect if you're always going through the drive-through when you could simply make this coffee from home? I stopped ordering all these specialty coffees a long time ago, especially when I noticed that my skin is being affected from how often I was ordering takeout or just specialty drinks or juices. A lot of the times you guys also order too much juices or pops, iced tea. We know the shebang. Like, let's prioritize some water. Okay, if you want to be on your hot girl shit, I need you to be drinking your water. You're going to see your skin clear up. You're going to start feeling good in your body. And that is honestly what we want. So let's prioritize that and spend less on these outside drinks. Whatever you need to do, you're going to romanticize your life from home and you're going to give that a try. And just like number 1, I want you to add that money that you would have spent on takeout. Like, honestly, go through your financial report and what does it look like for the last 9 months? I want you to go through January, February. I go through each month and see where you've just spent your money, whether it's on your debit card or your Visa. And I want you to see where you've spent your money. Highlight what's for food, highlight entertainment, highlight clothing, absolutely everything. I want you to see where you spend your money and then see where you can cut back. That way, that money that you didn't need to spend on a lot of things, I want you to start putting it into a separate savings account so that you can travel, so that you are ready for when I throw my first retreat, because it's going to be good. Tip number 4, ladies, is going to be all about the impulse shopping because you're bored, because you're stressed, because you're emotional. Listen, this is what I do. This is what has helped me. I'm an online shopper. Oftentimes, when I see something that I like or a bunch of stuff that I like, You know what I do? I add everything that I like into my cart. I wait a few days and then I go back to the cart and I see if I still want it. If it's something that I need, maybe I can find it somewhere else for cheaper. Oftentimes, if I don't like it or need it after I've gone back to check for it, I don't buy it. And that honestly saves from buying things and having a bunch of clothes that I'm not going to wear or that I'm going to use once. I want you to ask yourself every time you're tempted to buy something if you want it or if you need it. You can also create a 24-hour rule where if you really want the item in 24 hours, you can go back and get it. So no impulsive shopping within these next 30 days. Let's start to build a habit to increase your bank account, not decrease it, babe. I know lately I've come across so many videos of people furnishing their place or introducing me to clothing hauls. And don't get me wrong, I am still a girl who is just like, wow, I want it, I need it, I gotta have it. However, now I just create a wish list around what I want and what I need. My needs become my priorities, and anything that is a want, I have either that 24-hour rule or a 30-day rule where if I still want it and I feel like I need it after 30 days, then I will go and buy it. Chances are when you come back in 24 hours or 30 days, you will already know whether you want this item still or not. So let's get into the habit of not instantly buying something or impulsively shopping just because you're emotional, you want to feel good. There are other ways to make yourself feel good. For me, it would be going to a workout class or even making something at home. It's 2023. I've really enjoyed making my treats from home. I love brownies. I love cookies. If you followed me on Instagram, I'm always posting sweets just because I have a sweet tooth. And so I know when I'm not feeling that great, I oftentimes want to indulge in sweets. I'm not the kind of person that's more of an impulse shopper. I'm more of a foodie. I like to spend my money on food and experiences. I also like to travel. So it just depends on where you like to spend your money. And oftentimes, if you were to get on a plane, you can't take your entire wardrobe with you, especially when you just want freedom and peace. So just reconsider every time you really want to spend on maybe something you don't need or because you saw that somebody else has it. Get into the focus of knowing what you personally want for yourself and not because somebody else has it that you need it. Not because somebody else has it, you want to one up on them or it's a competition. Because we have people out there that because you have this or because they have this, you guys want to make it a competition. Stay in your lane and do what's best for you. I'd rather have money in the bank account and travel than to be broke trying to keep up with an image. Which brings me to also say before I get into number 5, try to limit yourself from thinking that you need to maintain a certain image. I feel like a lot of people go broke this way when they're trying to maintain an image that doesn't actually match their bank account. You know what I mean? Don't spend just because you want to be that girl on Instagram or that girl in general. You got to find ways to, again, budget your way to having a nice wardrobe. I would rather invest in quality items that last a long time. The fabric is high in quality, along with how often I can wear it and pieces that I can style it with. So, all that fast fashion, no, thank you. Unless it's free. Number 5, ladies, is going to be budget and schedule in your maintenance. I used to be one of those girls that would get their nails done absolutely every 2 weeks, sometimes even weekly. I used to do a lot of things very often, and now I just stretch. And now I just make sure I always choose the most quality nail tech, lash tech, any tech, facial tech, absolutely anything. So as I'm investing in quality, that quality is going to last a lot longer. Let me give you an example. I used to get my nails done with acrylic and now I do gel and the gel just lasts a lot longer. I used to go to the nail salon every 2 weeks, maybe even weekly because my nails kept breaking. And now I get my nails done every 4 weeks, maybe 5, maybe 6 weeks, and they look good. My toes look good. I'm able to spend my money on anything else aside from that kind of maintenance. I think a lot of the times too, people want to feel pampered when they're not emotionally doing so well. And that's when you need to ask yourself again this question: do I need it or do I want it? Because this is your coping mechanism. My coping mechanism when I'm not feeling good is going to the gym. So perhaps changing up your coping mechanism and just make sure that it adds to you in a way where most people's problems have nothing to do with their nails. Most people's problems have everything to do with how they wake up in the morning. They don't like what they see in the mirror. They're moody. They're upset about their body. Why not spend your money on your body? Maybe invest in a coach, a nutritionist, go to the gym, go to classes rather than the superficial things that only give you temporary satisfaction. Versus if you actually invested in a meal program and training, you would understand and learn the benefits and the tools for you to continue a gym routine, to feel good in your body. And that overall long term is going to be the best thing you could spend your money on when you're reinventing yourself. Not these things, not these eyelashes, not these sunglasses. Honestly, it all comes in and ties together. But again, always look for quality over quantity. Always. Number 6, ladies, is going to be take care of what you have. A lot of the times I'll be outside and I'll see people wearing dirty white shoes. And I'm like, wow, look at that. You look like you already need another pair. Whereas for me, a lot of my items last forever. I've had these glasses for 2 years now. I've had actually a lot of my stuff for a long time. My Louis Vuitton bag I've had since, I don't know, I was 21 or 22. You have to make the time and effort to take care of your stuff, wipe them down, make sure you store them properly. My white shoes, the minute I see that they're dirty, I take my time, I clean them, or I leave them by the washer so I know, okay, this is priority when I'm washing my clothes. You guys are too lazy. Okay, a lot of you guys too lazy when it comes to maintaining your stuff. And then you're always out shopping and buying more. This is another problem with my partner too. He only wears white shoes. So he'll dirty up the white shoes and then go and buy another pair and another pair and another pair. And I'm like, babe, we could have spent that money on something else. Okay, it doesn't matter how much money you make. You should always just take care of your stuff. When you take care of your stuff and you look good and your space is organized, you feel good about yourself. All that hard earned money, it's so true when my mom said, money doesn't grow on trees. Like, you should still take care of your stuff no matter how much money you earn. So, as a grown woman, as a woman looking to reinvent themselves, become the woman of her dreams, in the next 30 days, I want you to prioritize taking good care of your stuff. And then come back to this video and let me know what your stuff now looks like. Clean your glasses, clean your bags out. Okay, let's go there. Because when I look at my bag and some of the stuff like the lint, the crumbs, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, I really have to sit down every 3 days to like clean out my bag, even my gym bag. Take the time. Y'all are rushing through life. And if you have the time to scroll on your phone, you have time to clean your stuff. You have time to clean out your bag. You have time to do the things of maintaining your lifestyle so that you no longer have to continue to overly spend. If you continue to overly spend, you are going to be broke. And what happens when you're broke? You can't travel. You're always jealous of people. You envy people. You're unhappy with your life. You're unhealthy in so many ways. So now we want to start loving who we're becoming. We want to love our life. We want to love absolutely everything about us. And that means you have to maintain your stuff. You have to take care of your stuff. Listen, you have no excuses. Whether you're funding your life or somebody else is funding your life, like, you need to make sure you're on top of your game. Okay. And if somebody bought you something, take care of it. If someone bought you something, gifted you with something, take care of that as well. Because a lot of the times when you don't take care of your stuff and it's somebody gifted to you, it's disrespectful. So imagine all the stuff that you've gifted yourself. It's disrespectful to your hard work. Lastly, resell any items that you don't need. This is the season. It's fall. Resell your stuff and make that money to go and buy yourself something new. I'm the type of girl that likes to go through her closet. Since my stuff looks good all the time, I always resell that stuff on Marketplace. Once I'm done going through my closet, I resell a lot of my items. I take care of my stuff, so when I resell it, I sell it at a really good price, not just for pennies. So take care of your stuff so that way you can gather more money and then you can use that money to buy whatever you want. Imagine you have a nice dress that is worth $200. You can go and buy yourself a whole wardrobe on Fashion Nova. So from now on, you're going to take care of your stuff so you can resell the stuff that you are no longer wearing or the items that you've just outgrown from the old you. Remember that. As you start to develop, your palette is going to change. So don't be afraid to purge items, get rid of things. You have to make room for the new items. You have to make room for the new you. God cannot give you anything if you don't make room. Okay, remember that. When you want something new and you want to be this new woman, you got to clear things out, get things out of the way, organize your space. You see a lot of women talking about their dream wardrobe, their dream closet, their dream car. They take care of their stuff. Meanwhile, you're over here sitting in your mess. Meanwhile, you're over here scrolling, wasting your time when you need to get up and clean your own stuff. Okay. You're over here admiring everybody else that looks put together, yet you're ready to go outside looking like a bum. So stop watching other people and admiring other people and not doing anything for yourself. Spend any time that you have to upgrade yourself, upgrade your home, upgrade your life. And that doesn't mean spending first. That means clearing and organizing and decluttering first. That means people, places, things. You got to make sure you're in this decluttering era. Okay, ladies? And for the bonus one, ladies, listen. When it comes to date night, treat nights, if I didn't already mention this, I like fancy restaurants. I like really nice restaurants, but I like me a restaurant that has food on the plate, okay? I'm not going to any restaurant that just has like this much on the plate. Listen, if you want to enjoy nice restaurants, nice meals out, nice experiences, you cannot always be shopping every day. You cannot be going through a drive-through every day, ordering food every day. I personally like to save my money and strategically plan out my date nights, whether it's with my girlfriend, my man, my family, my mom. When I'm on a health goal, especially like looking to lose weight or anything, I like to communicate with my people so that they know I'm on a strict routine. This is what it is for the next 30 days or 3 months so that they understand what I'm up to. Once you've lost the weight and you're feeling good in your body, you will already have these habits where you don't want to go out so often and you'll know how to say yes or no. Set boundaries and stop saying yes. You got to make sure everything is added to your schedule, your routine, and always make sure that you're on top of your financial planner within your schedule as well. Okay, ladies, I hope you enjoyed this one today. If you did, comment below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. All right, ladies, we are currently walking through Nice. Let me show you. You want a picture with the boats?
Yep.
All right. I think they have a marathon going today.